With a very big delay, I finally managed to get to Prague, and now I'm going to try to get to my apartment as soon as possible. In order to get to the apartment, I need to go through this place. Getting to the apartment, I went to the supermarket to take some food, and I bought this. It's 3 kinds of salad: fish salad, crab salad, and vita salad. 300 grams, which is about €2, a little more, and you know, it's enough, and it's, you know, it's not expensive. To get out to check the nightlife here, and the club that I'm going to visit is Prague. There's also a gay bar behind me. I also want to visit it because I have never been in a place like that. At the end, I'm going to visit Zlatan Stromo nightclub. And there was Carlo Velazne behind me. Unfortunately, I couldn't enter because, first of all, the entrance was about €13, and I just didn't want to pay it. The second of all, they accept only cash, so even if I wanted to enter, I needed paper money, which I didn't have. Going back to the apartment, and as you see, I'm the only person walking through this street, but I'm just not afraid. You know, I'm that kind of people. I just know that this city is safe, and I don't care. Even if something happens, you know, it's just part of life. Explore the city, and my first destination is the Czech National Museum. These are the statues of their kings and queens, for example. So these are great prominent Czechs. As you see, I don't know most of them. I know this guy, he was president of Czech Republic, Edvard Beneš. Then Masaryk, he was the first. He was the president of Czechoslovakia, Edvard Beneš, and Masaryk, he was also a president, the first one actually. Jan Hus, he wanted reforms in religion. This is Czech Saint John of Nepomuk. He was a martyr. He was tortured and then thrown to the Vltava River. This is the Habsburg Emperor and Czech King Joseph II, who ruled the country in 18th century. The end. To the museum is about Reinhard Heinrich. He was a German commissioner who ruled the protectorate of Czechia and Bohemia, and there was an assassination attempt, which he actually survived, but he died because of the wounds, and it happened in 1942. Here we can see his state funeral in Berlin. Because of this assassination, Germans carried out reprisals in a village of Lidice, so they killed almost all inhabitants. This massacre became a symbol of war crimes. I'm heading to Hrachani, one of many castles here in Prague, but this is the most known. Here it is. Interesting architecture. I think that there is a church somewhere there. And behind me is the St. Vitus Cathedral. It's a magnificent tourist attraction here in Hrachani Castle. It is huge, it is in Gothic style. Look at it. Then in front of this cathedral is St. George statue. So St. Paul and St. Peter here. This is the end of the tour. I noticed that there is army here. I don't know why. Is that because of safety precautions or what? I'm in front of Loreta, which is a Czech Catholic monastery of Capuchin monks. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, and I'm going to visit it. This is the interior. There are paintings of various saints here in the hall of Loreta. For example, which one was interesting? Saint Sebastian. He was officer in Roman army who believed in God, and that is why the emperor ordered his execution. He was executed by firing arrows. This is a very important religious figure in Middle Ages. His name is Saint Francis, and he is known for founding the Franciscan Catholic order of monks. Some more portraits, and there are many of them here, and here's a statue of Jesus. I'm in Loreta Crypt, and here we can see scenes about death and resurrection. Yes, it's maybe a bit scary, but you know, it's just that kind of art. This is some kind of medicine. Actually, balsam. Some Capuchin monks took part in wars, including the Second World War. Here is one of them, for example, Franciszek Petruszela. After a longer break, I'm continuing my exploration. Next is a dancing home or dancing house. It is behind me. It is known because of its shape. As you see it, it was projected by artist Franz Gehry. Next is the Orthodox temple of Cyril Methodie, two Greek missionaries who converted South Slavs to Christians. Unfortunately, it's closed, so I can't enter it, at least not today. Right there is the powder tower. Don't exchange money in any exchange office because they usually charge provision. The exchange office is in Gindiška Street because they are not charging anything and the rates are good. I came to my apartment to rest again, and now I'm going to continue with the nightlife since it's over 10 p.m. Just entered a jazz bar. I have never been in a place like that, so this is going to be very refreshing. Behind me is the Red Arrow Cabaret, and I advise anyone who would visit Prague not to go to this place. There is a woman dressed in white. She's trying to drag people in that place, saying that, you know, it is free, the entrance is doesn't cost anything, but it is not true, because once you are there, they're going to make you pay drinks for a large sum of money, so please don't go there. Actually went there, But before I got downstairs, first I noticed that there were not many people, there was not any atmosphere, and there were some girls dressed very sexy, so you know, it just looked like a trap, and I literally escaped from it. And again I visited the place Zlatni Strom. Again there were two hookers dancing on the table and more people than the last time. I didn't stay too long because, you know, I just didn't want it. I was there for about, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes, and now I'm going back to the apartment and to get some sleep. I have few hours left in Prague, and I want to use it to visit Franz Kafka Museum if it's open. I hope that it is. These two guys are literally pissing at Czech Republic. I mean, that is the shape of the object. Well, the museum is open and I had just entered it. Here we can see buildings in a Jewish quarter in Prague where Kafka was born. And this is Kafka himself when he was young. This is when he was middle-aged. And these are his brothers and sisters. This is Hyperion magazine by which he published his works. This is his first short story called Metamorphosis, and it was published in 1915. And this is Hula Baloo. It is a story about air pollution. Cemetery in which he died, and this is his last known photo. He died of tuberculosis when he was in his early 40s. One of the last things for today is this monument to the victims of communism. As you see, it's very original, let's say. Attraction for today is Visegrad Castle. I don't have much time, but I just need to visit it. Okay, here is a garden with some statues. I'm going to see what are they. Not exactly sure what they are. It looks like that they represent some Czech legends, but I'm really not sure. No, it's nice though. And behind me is the church of St. Paul and Peter in a Gothic style. There's certainly nice view from here. From here it is even better. Okay, it's time to leave.